Hello and welcome back to the Simple Ground Homestead. We've been looking at fence here over the last few days, and today we're going to work on building a bracing system. Now when you're building a fence, you can put hundreds of pounds of pressure on those wires when you stretch it good and tight. So that needs a good bracing system to hold it stretched tight over a long period of time. Today I'm going to show you how I do my bracing systems, and I might show you a little bit about how bracing systems work in general. I hope this is helpful for you while you're building your own fence, and without further ado, let's get to work. A quick stop by the drawing board to see what this looks like in action. When you have your corner post all by itself with no bracing system, the wires on it will pull the post right over. The bracing system I'm going to show you in this video uses two brace posts 6 to 8 feet apart with a crossbeam in the center. And after that crossbeam is attached, we attach a wire at a diagonal this direction. Now the way this thing works is the wires pulling this direction will be resisted by this cross wire that's been tightened. When it's tightened, it pulls the whole system against that corner post, bracing that corner post from the opposing forces, creating a good solid bracing system. Alright, now let's head out to the field and see it in action. Alright, I have both my posts set in the ground. Now I'm starting to cut the notches for my cross piece. I'm using my Milwaukee cordless Sawzall that I got for Christmas. This thing rocks. Growing up on the ranch, though, we used a chainsaw and it did a really good job as well. This thing's just really handy to carry around. So I'm making it just deep enough to hold that cross post. And that's all the deeper you need. We don't want to cut so deep that we ruin the post or weaken the post too much. Once I get it in there about square enough to match, I'll go cut the other side. Looks something like this. Won't bore you with the details. Next step is to cut this cross member to match. I measure it right there in place so it's a closer fit. Now it's time to fit it in place. Fits pretty good on that side. Moment of truth. Ah, beautiful. I wasn't concerned one bit. I knew it would fit. Alright, now that I've got this in place, I'll go grab a nail. And I'll put a nail on each side. Now the nail doesn't do anything more than a thumb when tying a bow. Just holds it in place while I get the whole system tight. And just keeps it from falling off during the ages. Not a structural thing at all. Now before I started this project, I had my old gloves that are kind of worn out. I don't think they'll do. So I'll give them a toss for these heavier duty gloves. Brand new. $4.50. Yep, I think they approve. Alright, now let's get working with this barbed wire. This is what those gloves come in handy for. Now, to do this tension wire, you'll want something that'll hold the weight, but a regular 2-strand barbed wire or smooth wire will do the trick. You wrap it all the way around the post once, just like this, get it in position, and put a staple in it. Keep this thing off the ground just a little bit. High tension wire in the dirt will rust and break pretty quick. I put a couple staples in, but I'll just show you one here. Once that staple's in, good, you can wrap it around the other post. You go up at a diagonal and around the top of the other post here. You kind of get the idea. Staple's just as important on this side as well. Once you tension this wire, it'll want to pull down to the center without a staple up there to hold it in place. After that's all said and done, it comes time to splice the wires together. Word to the wise for splicing wire. When you bend it, don't bend it so tight that you kink the wire, or wrap it so tight that you wear off the galvanized coating of the wire. That's maybe a big problem that amateur fence fixers and fence builders do. When you bend that wire too tight, it weakens it, both the galvanized coating in the top and the structural part of the center. Just treat your wire like a garden hose. Kink it too many times and it'll break. I feel that this is as good of time as any to tell you that there isn't only one bracing system out there for fences. This is one that I've chosen to use and works really good for me. If for some reason you look at this video and you think it doesn't fit your fencing style, keep looking around. And just as long as you get this concept in mind, there's a lot of good ways to tighten up that corner post to resist all that force of the wire. Check out my old Leatherman. Woo! That thing has been cutting wire for a long time. It's sure handy to have something right on your hip that'll cut wire. Alright, with that in place, we can go on to the next step. Alright, now it's coming time to tighten this cross wire. I found myself a couple good sturdy sticks. Doesn't have to be anything too special. Rebar or a piece of metal would work too. Half a 2x4. You'll tighten up that bottom one till it's just somewhat tight, and you'll tighten the rest of it with the last one to tighten. You don't have to do bottom first, then top. You get to choose. Now this one you'd want to watch and be careful. You can always over tighten the wire and break it. You just want it tight enough to get the whole system tight. Yeah, look at me being careful there. And then just hook it right on the cross post there. Work just fine. Alright, here it is. Good and solid. Both posts are working together. Hey, you made it through another one of my videos. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see more videos about fencing, go ahead and click on this post on the left. I'll leave a link to a playlist of fencing videos. And I guess if you want to watch a video about my underground greenhouse, go ahead and click over here on the right. This is my underground greenhouse that I just finished up last winter, and I hope to have more information about that coming soon. Now, Simple Ground does its best to answer your guys' questions and do videos you want to see. If there's anything you want to see, leave a comment about it. If this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching.